The envelope glides across the polished walnut dining table with deliberate slowness. It's our 10th wedding anniversary dinner in our Nantucket beach house. We lived in Boston most of the year. Nantucket was our escape, the place we pretended nothing could touch us. The room glows soft gold under the chandelier, sea air drifting through open windows carrying the faint salt tang and the distant rhythm of waves. 30 family members and close friends are gathered, plates of lobster tails and roasted lamb half-eaten, champagne flutes still fizzing pale gold, laughter just fading from the previous toast. Hi, I'm Ryan. Before I dive into the story, let me ask, have you ever caught someone you trusted doing something that completely shocked you? If you have, drop a single word yes in the comments. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss stories like this. Now, let's get into it. My wife, Sophia, sits beside me in her sleek black satin dress. Her auburn hair falls in loose waves over one shoulder, sapphire earrings catching the light like tiny frozen stars. She holds her wine glass loosely in one hand, deep burgundy Merlot swirling inside crystal, while the other pushes the thick ivory envelope toward me with 2 fingers, nails painted glossy crimson, the color of fresh blood. "Open it, darling," she says, voice smooth and warm, almost tender. Her green eyes meet mine with that calm, calculated gleam, lips curved in the smallest, most satisfied smile. She thinks this is her moment, the perfect public trap on the night that's supposed to celebrate forever. The room quiets. Curious smiles turn our way. My brother lifts his phone to capture the surprise. Sophia's mother leans forward, expectant. I already know what's inside. I've known for 7 months. My fingers brush the flap. I open it slowly, too slowly, drawing out the single sheet of legal paper. Divorce petition, bold black ink on crisp white. Irreconcilable differences. Request for full custody of our 5-year-old daughter, Lily. Demand for $480,000 annual alimony, plus half the assets from my software company, valued at $6.2 million. Over 2 years, she siphoned more than $500,000 from our joint accounts, all traced and documented. Sophia leans back slightly, chin lifted, posture relaxed, wine glass tilting gracefully in her crimson-tipped fingers. She sips once, eyes never leaving my face, waiting for the moment I break. She has no idea I've been waiting for her to hand me this. I fold the paper once, twice. Slide it back into the envelope. Set it beside my untouched scotch, amber liquid still in the crystal. The room waits. I look up at her. Calm, steady. "Thank you, Sophia," I say quietly. "For delivering the evidence yourself." Her smile flickers, just the tiniest crack at the corners. Her grip tightens on the wine glass. Knuckles whiten against the crimson nails. Her shoulders draw back half an inch, breath catching almost imperceptibly. I stand. The chair scrapes softly against the wide plank floor. "Everyone," I say, voice carrying clear over the distant waves. "Before we cut the cake, there's something you need to know." Sophia's eyes snap to mine. The black of her dress suddenly looks stark against the pallor creeping up her neck. I speak slowly, each word measured. 7 months ago, I found out about Sophia's affair with her yoga instructor, Alex. It started with a text that synced to our shared cloud account, one she forgot I had access to. Funds cleared. $45,000 more for the Belize house. Tell him it's for charity donations. I didn't confront her. I didn't argue. I hired a private investigator and a forensic accountant. Quietly, Sophia's wine glass trembles. A single drop of burgundy spills over the rim, staining the white tablecloth like a slow wound. I have every transfer traced, $620,000 siphoned from our joint accounts over 28 months, disguised as wellness fees and investment consulting, all routed to accounts in Alex's name. I have hotel receipts from their weekend getaways in the Berkshires. Same cabins, same nights. She told me she was visiting her sister. I have emails discussing how to forge my signature on the company loan documents to pull another $280,000 after tonight. Once, she almost caught me. I'd left the PI's burner phone in my jacket. She picked it up, frowned at the unfamiliar number on the screen. My heart stopped. I laughed it off, said it was a new work line. She believed me. That's when I knew how dangerous this game had become. Sophia's breath hitches, short, sharp. Her lips part. No sound. Her free hand moves to the table, fingers splaying wide, crimson nails digging into the linen. Her chest rises in quick, ragged bursts. The sapphire earrings swing slightly as she shakes her head, almost imperceptibly. I continue, still calm. What she didn't know is that I didn't just watch. While she was planning this reveal, while she was wiring money, booking flights to Belize for next week, rehearsing her speech about how we grew apart, I was moving. Silently, Sophia tries to speak. "Ryan, please." But her voice cracks into nothing. I secured the company assets, froze the loans, added silent protections to the equity. I recorded conversations in the house, one-party consent here in Massachusetts. I have her on tape last month in our kitchen, laughing with Alex about how he'll be too broken to fight the alimony. Her shoulders curl forward. She sets the wine glass down with a clink, too hard, more burgundy spilling across the cloth. Tears well in her green eyes, mascara beginning to run in thin black tracks down her cheeks before they even fall. Her body rocks slightly in the chair, arms wrapping around herself as if suddenly cold. "The authorities are outside," I say. "They've had the full dossier since this afternoon. Wire fraud, forgery, conspiracy to embezzle. They waited because I asked. I wanted her to deliver the divorce papers herself. In front of witnesses, on video, because the event videographer is still rolling for our anniversary montage. Phones are already out, tiny red lights blinking in the dim room. Sophia tries to stand. Her knees wobble. She grabs the table edge. Crimson nails scrape linen. Her face crumples, mouth open in a silent gasp, body shaking so hard the chandelier crystals tinkle faintly above. I look around at the stunned faces. "I'm sorry you all had to see this tonight," I say quietly, "but I won't let theft and lies steal another moment from my life." Or Lily's. I walk to the French doors overlooking the beach. Behind me, Sophia's voice breaks, high, desperate. "Ryan, wait. I love you. I can explain." The doors open. 2 detectives step in, badges glinting silver under the golden lights. I don't turn around. 7 months earlier, it began with a fluke. I was reviewing our home network backups, routine maintenance for the company's security protocol, when a text notification synced from Sophia's phone to the cloud. "Alex, funds cleared. $45,000 more for the Belize house. Tell them it's for charity donations. Can't wait to start our family there." My stomach dropped like lead, heart slamming against my ribs, but I didn't react. I sat in the dim office, screen glowing blue on my face, and breathed slow. Sophia and I met 12 years ago at a tech conference in San Francisco. Rain pounded the convention center windows. She was in a sharp gray blazer, pitching her marketing startup with that confident smile, green eyes lighting up as she gestured with long fingers. I was the software engineer turned founder, 28, ambitious, Boston boy with big ideas. We bonded over late-night coffee in the hotel lobby, black and steaming, talking code, dreams, and how the city lights look like scattered diamonds from the 22nd floor. We married 2 years later on this same Nantucket beach, waves crashing turquoise under a sunset sky, her in ivory lace, eyes soft and sincere as she said "I do," hand squeezing mine warm and steady. The memories that hurt most now are the quiet ones. Lily's birth 5 years ago. Sophia in the hospital bed, hair damp with sweat, eyes wide with joy as she held our daughter, tiny fingers wrapping around hers, the room smelling of fresh linens and new life. Family hikes in the Berkshires. Sophia laughing as Lily toddled ahead, her movements quick and graceful, body leaning into mine for support on steep paths. The way she'd twirl her engagement ring, platinum band with a solitaire diamond. When thinking, eyes distant but always returning to me with that loving gaze. But the signs were there, her yoga retreats that left her glowing. Movements more fluid, but eyes avoiding mine when she returned. Alex's name popping up in casual conversation. Such a great instructor. Her body language shifting when he'd call, shoulders relaxing, a subtle smile playing on her lips. The bank alerts I ignored at first. $12,000 here, $28,000 there, chalked up to her wellness investments. I didn't explode. I went stealth, hired a PI that same night, cash meetings in neutral coffee shops, a forensic accountant next, tracing the money trail. The surprising ally? Sophia's own brother, Mark, met him at our wedding. Quiet guy from her Chicago family, an accountant himself. He'd suspected for a year after overhearing a call. He slipped me deleted emails from her old laptop. his movements hesitant but eyes steady with regret. "She's my sister, but your family too," he said, hand clasping mine firm. The courtroom came 4 months after the anniversary. Boston Superior Court, wood-paneled walls, judge in black robes perched high, air thick with old books and polished oak. Sophia sat at the defendant's table in a plain gray suit, hair pulled tight, green eyes downcast but still holding a flicker of defiance. Her lawyer argued first, smooth voice claiming marital misunderstandings, gesturing with open palms. Then my lawyer stood, tall woman in sharp navy, movements precise. "Your Honor, we have a mountain of evidence." She presented it slow. Bank ledgers in black and white, $620,000 highlighted in yellow. Hotel cams showing Sophia and Alex arm in arm, her head on his shoulder. Emails time-stamped blue on the screen discussing forgery. Audio from the house recorder, her voice clear. "Once he signs the papers, the money's ours. He'll be too devastated to check the accounts." The judge's face hardened, brows furrowing, gavel pausing mid-air. Sophia's reaction unfolded in real time, cheeks flushing crimson, then draining to ghostly pale, eyes widening huge, pupils dilating black, lips parting in a silent no, hands clenching the table so hard her crimson nails left marks in the wood. Her body slumped forward, shoulders shaking with suppressed sobs. The gray suit suddenly too loose on her frame as her master plan collapsed. The judge ruled, "Full custody to me, $620,000 restitution, alimony denied, criminal referral for fraud." They arrested Alex 2 days later, quietly after class ended. No scene, no shouting, just cuffs, a badge, and the slow realization in his eyes that the game was over. He fought it in court, hired a flashy lawyer who tried to paint him as the innocent side piece dragged into her scheme. The judge didn't buy it. Alex had prior financial misdemeanors from a failed gym chain in his 20s, plus the interstate wires made it federal. He got 6 years, harder than Sophia's probation because he was the money mover. Restitution joint and several with her. $620,000. His studio closed within weeks. Clients fled. Reputation in the local fitness world destroyed. Last Mark heard, Alex is out on parole now, working part-time at a chain gym in Lowell, living in a 1-bedroom walk-up. No more designer mats or smug Instagram posts. I don't follow him. Don't need to. He's just another loose end the system tied up. 9 months later, the beach house feels peaceful again. It's a quiet Saturday morning. Lily and I are in the kitchen, sun streaming golden through the windows, waves whispering turquoise outside. She's 6 now, giggling as she stirs pancake batter, flour dusting her nose white, eyes bright and green like her mother's but full of light and trust. She still asks about Mommy sometimes. Soft, curious questions at bedtime. When is Mommy coming back? I kneel beside her bed, brush her hair back gently, and say the same thing every time. Mommy made some big mistakes, sweetheart. She's working hard to fix them, but right now it's just you and me, and we're doing okay, aren't we? She nods, small arms wrapping around my neck, face pressing into my shoulder. I hold her until her breathing evens out, then sit there in the dark a little longer, feeling the weight of her trust settle over me like a blanket. Some nights I whisper to her sleeping form, "You're safe. I've got you. Always." I never pitied Sophia when Mark sent that photo last spring, her standing outside a Chicago courthouse, face thinner, eyes hollow, coat too big on her frame. I looked at it for 3 seconds, felt nothing but a faint echo of the anger that used to burn, then deleted it. She was a stranger now. I didn't care enough to keep the image. Moving on was slow. Painfully slow. Trust didn't come back easily. For a long time, I kept people at arm's length. Polite smiles, short conversations, no invitations to dinner. The company grew to $9.8 million arranged by. I led a team that felt like family, but I guarded my own heart carefully. I told myself I was protecting Lily. In truth, I was protecting what was left of me. Then came Elena. It started with Lily. One spring afternoon at the public garden in Boston, Lily slipped on the path near the duck pond, small sneaker catching on a root. She tumbled forward. I lunged but wasn't fast enough. A woman caught her mid-fall. Steady hands, soft voice. "Easy, little one." "I've got you." Elena, dark hair and a loose braid, warm brown eyes, wearing a simple green sweater. She knelt to Lily's level, checked her scraped knee, smiled gently. "You're brave," she said. Lily looked up at her with wide eyes, then back at me. Daddy, she helped me. Elena stood, handed Lily back to me with a quiet smile. She's okay, just a little dirt. We talked for 5 minutes about ducks, about scraped knees, about how fast kids grow. She was a pediatric nurse, lived nearby, loved the park because it reminded her of childhood summers in Vermont. A week later, Lily asked to go back, to see the lady who caught me. We went. Elena was there again, reading on a bench. Lily ran to her, hugged her legs. Elena laughed softly, looked up at me. She's got good aim. That's how it began. Slow walks around the pond, Lily between us holding both our hands, small fingers warm and trusting. Coffee after. Black for me, latte for her. Stories shared in pieces, her work with kids in the hospital, my company. The divorce I mentioned only in passing one rainy afternoon when Lily was napping in her stroller. Elena listened without judgment, eyes steady, hand resting lightly on mine for a moment when I finished. You protected what mattered most, she said quietly. That's not easy. It took time, months of small moments, before I let myself feel anything more than gratitude. Trust rebuilt slowly, brick by careful brick. But Elena loved Lily from the beginning, reading her stories at bedtime when she stayed over, braiding her hair with gentle fingers, laughing at her silly jokes. Lily started calling her Lena without prompting, the name slipping out naturally one evening as she curled against Elena on the couch. One night after Lily was asleep, Elena and I sat on the porch, stars bright over the ocean, waves a steady rhythm below. Conversation drifted from Lily's latest drawing to my work, then to the past. I told her the whole story. Slowly, without drama, just the facts. The leaked text, the months of silence, the anniversary night, the courtroom, Alex's arrest, Sophia's fall. She listened, eyes never leaving mine, hand resting on the armrest between us. When I finished, she said quietly, "You didn't just survive that. You chose to keep being the father Lily needs." That's strength, Ryan. I took her hand, warm, steady. For the first time in years, I didn't pull away. Sophia? She's in Chicago now. Small condo, admin job, paying restitution in $800 monthly installments. Mark says she looks worn, eyes hollow, no more sapphire earrings or calculated smiles. I don't check anymore. Alex? Out on parole now, working part-time at a chain gym in Lowell, living in a one-bedroom walk-up, no more designer mats or smug Instagram posts. The system handled him. I didn't have to. Lily and I are building something new. Slow, solid, real. Elena is part of it now. She loves Lily dearly, calls her my brave girl, tucks her in with soft kisses on the forehead, plans little adventures that make Lily's eyes light up. Lily asked once, "Is Lena my new mommy?" I told her, "She's someone who loves us both very much." And that's a gift. Some nights, after Lily falls asleep, I stand in the doorway and watch her chest rise and fall. That's my victory. Not court rulings. Not ruined reputations. Just the quiet certainty that the one person who trusted me without question is safe. If you stayed with me until the end, hit subscribe and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from.